What we doing today, King?
Cutting my locks off and getting a man taper.
YouTube, what's good? I'm gonna dive right into this video. I ain't gonna waste no time. I'm in a good mood, good energy. I'm excited. I'm happy, progressing. That's just what it's about. I appreciate everybody who's been here from the jump, and I appreciate everybody that's, just new, that's tuned into my channel. Without further ado, let's lock right in. Again, I always prep my client hair. So, my client want his locks cut off, so that's what we doing. I'm ensuring that I'm not digging too deep into his scalp, or I'm not staying too far away within the dread. I want to still be able to have some room for me to wash and pick his hair out, so when I go to cut his hair down, it's all even. As you can see, I'm leaving little tiny pieces of hair, just scribbled up. So that way when I go to pick and wash his hair and I go to trim his hair down, I can get all like a good length throughout his entire head. As you can see, I cut it to a length where I know would be easy to pick through, but still will leave enough hair for me to trim down. As you can see, this is not bothering him at all. Now I could have washed the hair first and got this out, but it wouldn't make no sense to wash the hair, shampoo the hair. I apologize, shampoo the hair and still leave follicles and other things in his hair versus cutting it down and then washing it. So that's the method I like to use, just so nothing still in his hair, like, because things tend to stay in the hair after you wash it. After cutting somebody's locks or hair off, especially with somebody who had product in their hair or whatever the case may be. And you will see after I start trimming his hair down. As you can see, a prepped head is the best head. Prepped head is always the best head. Never forget that. As you can see, now I'm going in with my octanes. These things shred right through hair, and I want to create a pattern that's just one length throughout his entire head. As you can see, they're cutting right through. I don't have no problem with detangling his hair, or my detachables cutting right through, not irritating them or anything like that. They just going right through, as you can see. So I advise y'all, if y'all don't already, get y'all a pair of detachables. It's a good look. As you can see, I stayed away from the crown of his head. I didn't want to create a light spot, and then I attacked it once I found it. Because his hair is soft, of course you're going to see some lighter spots than others, but that's no problem. Once we lay the hair down and we wash it, we can always go back over top of it with these octanes to get everything down to the same desired length. And I could have took the one on the sides of his hair, but I didn't want that to be as even lighter, so I just kept it here. And then after I washed my client hair, as you can see, I just dove right into it. I created my guideline with my low pro FX1s, and now I'm going in with my masters. And like I said, these masters, this is a good look. If you got a pair of these, they really cut like how they say. So I created a guideline hat. I went all the fingers width all the way open, and then I dropped it halfway right here, and then now I'm closing it, because you do want to see some transition. Normally I fade down, but because his hair, he got a wide gap between his vertical bar and between his ear, I'm able to not take too much of the bulk off with just using a 0.5, which I am doing now. Now I'm dropping the halfway close, just going halfway up that finger's width. I'm going all the way closed, and because his hair is soft, it's so much easier to cut through and shred. I do want to shout out to my cousin, you know, Sushi Boy, for making this beat for me. He makes all my beats, and you know, I have a lot of guys like from my TikTok and Instagram loving these beats. So go support Sushi Boy if you need any kind of beats. You know, he'll work with you. And yeah. Here I just took the guard off because I still want to do a little bit of detailing before I go up. And this is my one guard. My one guard is gonna be the highest guard I use. I know I use a 1.5 coming down with it, but you know, the one guard will be able to clean up everything and still show some depth within his haircut. It's dope. It's dope. It's coming together real dope, as you can see. Now I'm going back in. Like I said, I'm detailing. I'm going under the one that I used with the 0.5, which is a 0 for this clipper, and I'm just detailing. Yeah, I'm going with the back neck taper. I didn't want to keep it super low because his neck is kind of long, so I'm ensuring that I'm raising this taper up just a little bit, you know, higher than what I usually do. And it's a good look. It's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's okay. Because the video blurred out within me, you know, creating a guideline within my no guard, I just decided on not even adding that clip into this video. But y'all get the concept. This is my 0.5. You know, I'm just going up a finger's width. Now I'm going halfway close, just trying to create some transition, trying to loosen up that guideline so when we go back and attempt to knock it out, it will be easy. As you can see, level all the way close. It's looking good, man. It's looking good. It's looking good. And if y'all haven't already, check my short. I uploaded my first video, my short video. I want you guys to go check out the haircut I did in less than a minute. It's not even that long. You know, I want to advertise my waterproof enhancements. I want to let you guys know that it is enhancements out there that's waterproof. You know, that's built for longevity. You know, and I would love if you guys click on my page and go to my shorts and check that out. Here I'm going there with my one guard. You know, I'm just knocking some of the bulk off, just creating some transition. You know, you want density within the haircut, and that's what I'm looking for. I love to detail my work as much as possible. Like, there's nothing wrong with detailing. That's looking good. As you can see, I'm just detailing. Anytime I take my guard off and I come back with it, I'm just detailing. I love to detail. That looks good. Here, this is my side where I talk to y'all about, you know, things in that nature of how I feel, and you know, just want to touch in with y'all. Again, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody that's always on the channel, you know, dropping likes, subs. Please, again, let it be known that I'm watching you. Let it be known that you know, I'm here to support you, Tay. Because I love to see faces in my channel that when I reach 50,000 subs, 100,000 subs, I know who's been there from the jump. You know, I have a great memory. You know, I have a great memory. And a lot of barbers that's on my page, if you are going to the expo in Connecticut in May, I will be there. You know, I may not be as big as, you know, the other barbers there, but I will be there. You know, and this will be my first expo, and I hope to see a lot of you there. You know, I'm willing to learn, of course. Some may feel like my work is better than others. Some may feel like it's not better than others. But as a time and time again, I tell you guys, I am not the best barber. So I'm always in learning mode. You know, my clients may feel like I'm the best barber, but I am not the best barber. And you guys hearing that out of my mouth myself. And I do want to shout out Get Bame. Bame helped me along the journey with watching his videos. Out of all the barbers I watch, is definitely him. You know, Bame helped me with my journey. You know, I've within my first year cutting, I was learning on my own, and then I just picked up watching Bam. You know, he's been a leader for me. You know, he's been that role model for me. So I want to push myself and what I got to bring to the table, to, you know, just clients and, you know, supporters and fans that watch me. You know, so I'm just gonna take a lot from it, and, you know, just be able to motivate other people, not just by, you know, the things I can say or the things I can show you, but also my haircuts and, you know, my just me being a surgeon. Here I'm diving back into the video. I'm lining them up because these are my kid trimmers. These would not cut them at any point, not even an adult. So, you know, I can use these on a 1 year old, and, you know, won't nothing change. But I'm basically not using my Gold FX ones. Even though they're a little sharp, I will be able to put them on him, but I don't want to take no chances. So I'm using, you know, just my lesser hitters. You know, as you can see, it's giving me that crisp line that I'm looking for. And I have these zero gap as well. They're just not as zero gap as, you know, my gold ones. So, you know, they still giving me nice lines. You know, I want to keep everything symmetrical when I get to the front of his head. So I'm gonna use these. I call them my kid trimmers, but hey, that's looking good. Definitely looking good. Just brushing it out, going around his hair. Don't be scared to go around the client ear. Make sure you line that up too. Here I want to keep everything straight because his hairline is kind of funny, in a way. You know, you don't want to, always remember, you don't want to take off too much hair that you can't get back, because you still gotta wait weeks for it to grow back. So instead of me taking the hair right away, I just inch into what I want to take, and then get it straight from there without, you know, pushing them back. But one side is higher than the other, so, you know, you just gotta work with the higher side and stay within the lower side so you won't have any pushbacks. As you can see, I'm demonstrating it here. I didn't hit the higher side right here, and then I stayed low with the lower side. And the reason why I stayed low is because this angle that I'm hitting at his hairline is not a good angle for me to get it straight and show y'all while in the camera. So I went to his right side, my right, his left, and then that's when I took full control over it. Now I'm getting his hairline as straight as possible, as symmetrical, you know. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go back to his right, my left. Here I'm keeping the C cups nice and round, you know. As I said, in the beginning of this video, his box from his vertical bar to the crease of his ear is, you know, he got a wide gap. So the mid taper that originally, you know, normal people get, like with small heads or, you know, smaller boxes, you wouldn't see on him, simply because his frame is just a lot wider. As you can see, I'm just making sure everything is straight, and that looks good. As you can see, these trimmers leave an ash line, and, you know, like I said, they're not hitters, but they're hitters. Anything I use don't give me that dull feeling. I'm going in with my waterproof enhancements. Yes, it's built for longevity. Yes, it doesn't clog the airbrush gun up, you know, and it fits almost, you know, it fits every skin complexion, every hair type. And that looks good. The enhancement just, you know, just a touch up. And you see I'm going on the opposite side, just creating some, you know, I just want his hairline to pop out a lot more. A lot of people might say he don't need it, he might just need a razor, but listen, my client wanted it, so I'm going to provide. Tell my client that, not me. That looks good. As you can see, I'm not overly spraying. I'm just, you know, trying to create, you know, just make it look as natural as possible. As you see, I had to spray in a couple light spots and just kept it there. Here I'm going in with my hair fibers. I want this hairline to pop as much as possible. I did not need the hair fibers, but I feel like this would as a game, you know, barbers, you know, this is not Topic. This is real hair fibers. So it give a better pop. It might not stick like Topic, but it sticks in places that top it can't. As you can see, I just created density to his hairline, you know. Yeah, I'm using my Barber Magic pencil. I'm just going over the hairline real with thin lines, you know. It's like concealer. When your girl, like I say time and time in every video, this is what give the hairline the pop. When your girlfriend is doing her eyelashes, you know, her eyebrows, and she go with the concealer at the end of the eyebrow to give it that pop. That's basically what we doing in his hairline with a Barber Magic pencil. So if you don't already, throw it in your arsenal. Give that hairline that pop. It looks good. It looks good. And that looks good. Every bit and piece of this haircut is I was not getting cuts like this when I was a kid. But let's go ahead and check out this. Let's go ahead and check out his reaction now. There you go. Go ahead, tell me if you like it. Tell me what you think about it.
I like it.
Good. You mad you cut them off? No. Man, listen, it's barbers, man. Barbers. The creativity has to come in play. We got guys coming in wanting the whole change around, but it wouldn't be right if I couldn't deliver the look he wanted. So without further ado, man, drop them likes, comment, and please subscribe if you don't already. Please turn on that bell noti. It'll help the channel. And don't, to my guys who's been here from day one or new supporters on the channel, I want to see y'all. I want to make sure I know who I'm interacting with. I want to see faces, you know. And if you want to bottle my waterproof enhancements, hit my DM.